Hey everybody, now we're back for real, and nothing has blown up right as we went live this time, I hope. Welcome. This is twitch.tv/, the Onyx Path. My name is Travis, my pronouns are he and they, and I will be your game master tonight for Scarred Lands, Sins of Shelzar, can't speak today. Season 4, Episode 11, The Tomb of Otossal. Our adventurers after doing much research, were approached by a librarian at the bridge city of the Kelder Mountains who told them that they might be able to find an artifact that will help them solve their planar travel woes in this storied tomb in the Toe Islands, which they have now ventured to and are in the middle of. And we will get right to that action as we continue their journey through this tomb of horrors. But before we do, a couple things I wanted to bring to your attention. First of all, a whole bunch of very cool assets have been released today for Trinity Continuum Anima. There are VTT assets and there are digital wallpapers available, as well as some story guide screens. So lots of cool stuff has come out today. I'm going to throw the link to the Onyx Path website in the chat, so you can go over there and get all that stuff is linked right there on the post. Real easy to find. Go pick up all your awesome anima stuff. It's a very awesome cyberpunk game. It's a lot of fun. So go pick up those assets so you can bring it to your virtual tabletop of choice. Also wanted to call to your attention that the landing page for the Curious Cats of Mao crowdfunded by BackerKit campaign is now live. If you want to head over there, I'm going to throw the link in the chat. You can sign up to be notified when that campaign goes live. This will bring the Cats of the Monarchies of Mao into the realms of Pugmire, the second edition. Pugmire promises to be an amazingly fun, awesome campaign. I cannot wait to see some of the stuff. I've had the pleasure and privilege of working on some realms of Pugmire, and it's really amazing setting, and the Onyx 20 system that's fueling it is also very cool. So go check that out and sign up so you can get notified right away. Before we dive into the delve, let's go ahead and have all our folks say hi, and let's start things off with Ellie. Please tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you would like to promote. That is awesome. Congratulations. I appreciate you spending some of your hard-earned vacation time hanging out with us. That's very good of you to be here. It absolutely is for us to have you here. Speaking of people we're privileged to have with us, Sarah, please give us all your pertinence.
I don't know. I do stuff on the internet. I'm wordsmith Sarah basically everywhere, and like I say bad words, and yeah, that's about it.
Excellent. You can find Sarah over on her Twitch channel. I'll throw a shout out in the chat. You can head over there, give a follow, subscribe, check out when she's playing games live. Next up, Mike, your pertinence, please.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Newton. I play Nolo, both of us, he, him. I am a Chicago-based comic artist. I am nowhere online right now because I'm in creation hibernation, working on some of the best stuff I've ever done. So best case scenario, like if this comic comes out, it'll be like, successful and stuff like that. And worst case scenario, like when I die, someone will be like, oh wow, this really underrated stuff. This is a genius, gone too soon.
It'll be
So
discovered and released. There'll be a vault full
yeah,
of Mike's comics. I look forward to reading it. Hopefully, you don't have to
doesn't come
die.
Before you die.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully, you dying is not a
But
necessary
yeah,
component.
so I will update you guys when that's ready to be shared.
Glorious. Next up, we have Corey. Give us your pertinence, please.
Hey there, I'm Corey, aka Narf on the interwebs, playing Charlung, the orc sorcerer, and we are both they them. Uh, IRL, I work on a video game called Caves of Cud, which you can get wherever you get your video game is for the PCs. And uh, yeah, no huge news there.
Right on, right on. And next up, Milena, your pertinence, please.
I'm Elena. I am a movement coach and illustrator, Chicago area, and I play Holland, who is a ironbred blacksmith fighter. And I don't have anything to promote right now. Just going with the flow, path of least resistance, and all that. So
That's okay. Sometimes, sometimes that's the best path to take. Often, it's the best path to take. Except for all the times when it's the worst path to take. And
spoken like a true DM.
right, exactly. And last but not least, that brings us around to Rachel. All your pertinence, please.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I play Ithrin. We're both she/her. And you can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet as Stolen Fires. Not so much Twitter because it's a dumpster fire, but I am
Right.
on Blue Sky.
Exactly. Twitter is a bit of a trash fire, but we can still find some of us there. And yeah, Blue Sky is now open to the public. So if you've not yet gone over there, head over, follow all of us there. I think everybody pretty much here except maybe Mike and Melina are there. And then the Onyx Path is also over on Blue Sky. So be sure to, as you're starting up your new Blue Sky accounts, give follows to all these wonderful folks. All right. With the introductions out of the way, let's do it. We have some dungeon crawling to do. Now, when last we met, you had made your way through a series of secret doors that were raining down arrows at some of you, and just it was a challenging puzzle, but you were able to make your way through it, and that emptied you out into this long hallway. This long hallway that is before you. You see that there are inlaid tiles on the floor. The walls and ceiling are painted with figures of animals, signs and glyphs that you can't glean any meaning from, and various humans and humanoid folk posing with spheres of different colors. In some cases, they're holding them in their hands. In other cases, maybe the sphere is floating near them. Now, unlike some of the other enhancements to paintings that you've come across throughout the tomb so far, all the globes are two-dimensional. Looking around the room, the far wall from where you walked in, so starting on this side, from north to south, you see a figure holding a gold sphere that's high overhead. The next one down is an orange sphere that the figure holds at waist height. Below that, you see a door. Looks like a simple wooden door. Next, going southward, is a purple sphere at the creature's feet. Following that is another door, also of wood construction. Below that is a bronze sphere held at waist height. The next sphere is gray and held at shoulder height. But beyond that, there's an area where it skips having a sphere. There are paintings on that section, but we'll say the Asathi who's standing there holds no sphere. Beyond that is a bright blue sphere at the creature's feet. Next is a white sphere held high overhead. followed by a turquoise sphere held at the shoulder, a scarlet sphere held waist high, and a pale green sphere held at the feet. Now, from where you're entering the room, you can't quite see what's on the east wall. You'll have to spin around to take a look at it. But I am going to go ahead and pop those in our handy dandy chat.
Thank you, because there's no way I
So-
would remember that. My ADHD was
You can't.
already forgot. You said sphere, I immediately forgot it.
You're telling me you weren't. Tell me you
Same,
weren't
Mike.
typing all those notes out. Come on now.
My ADHD doesn't let all that happen.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, forgot what the first one was.
Let's see
Which
if
chat are you talking about?
I'm gonna paste it in the Zoom chat,
Okay.
but I need to clean it up a little bit because it pasted funky.
That's fine. I don't want to check 4 different chats.
No, you're good. So while I am pasting all these descriptions, each of you, if you just want to look around the room, you're welcome to make a perception check. If you would like to engage any of these more directly, like for example, touch something or hit something with a stick or whatnot, you may make it
Last time
an investigation check.
Charlong fucked with spheres in a weird trap looking room, people died. So Charlong's just kind of hiding behind everyone else, ready to shoot shit if an enemy shows up.
Ithrin would like to investigate the statues in particular to see if they have any sort of like religious or mystical significance.
I will also do an investigation check.
Sure. You can.
Give advantage to Ithrin by helping her.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you. That's good because I rolled an 8. So let's try that again.
So, do you want to focus strictly on religious knowledge, or are you interacting with them in any way?
So I rolled a dirty 20. Probably poke at like a couple of the spheres, if they look safe.
Okay.
Same as last
I'll help
time.
Holland.
Okay, then I'll get good because I got a 9.
All
I
right.
just did a general perception check on like the room,
14.
and I got a 19.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. So, you got a dirty 20 on your religion, and you were going to be like kind of poking
Oh, I
at
rolled investigation.
investigation. Excellent. Okay. Here is the
That's dirty 20.
stuff that's on the far wall. Is there one of those in particular that you wanted to try to engage with first, or were you going to double back to the wall, the east wall, the side that you came out of?
Also, hadn't we read an inscription or something recently that might like as we came into this place? And it's been a couple weeks and Corey
Sure.
doesn't remember.
The inscription that you read was "Congratulations on your power of observation. So make of this whatever you wish, for you will be mine in the end, no matter what. Go back to the tormentor or through the arch, and the second great hall you'll discover. Shun green if you can, but night's good color is for those of great valor. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice aught but a loop of magical metal. You're well along your march. 2 pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall. These keys and those are most important of all. Beware of trembling hands and what will maul. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the columned hall you'll come, and there the throne that's key and keyed. The iron men of visage grim do more than meets the viewer's eye. You've left and found my tomb, and now your souls will die." And I will paste that too once I get done pasting all these descriptions of the things that are in the room. But you were headed for you were looking at the west wall, is that correct, Ithrin?
Yes.
The one across from you. Is there any one of those figures in particular that that draws your attention?
I'll look at the blue and white ones because I don't think those colors were cited in the poem.
Excellent. So you go down and start looking around at the bright blue and white spheres. They're fairly solid craftsmanship. Looks like they were painted possibly by different painters. You're assuming that maybe whoever commissioned this painting had like a team working on it.
Okay.
They have various sort of, I guess you could say, symbols, artistic flourishes on the clothing they're wearing.
Mhm.
But nothing that you recognize, nothing that makes any sense. It all seems to be some like more decorative flourishes than any sort of communication. And that is the case for both of those. And now, Milena, you had gotten a what on yours?
Sorry, 14.
And you were looking at what specifically?
Just doing like an investigation check. So I guess if she is looking at the blue and white ones, what would be the color of night? Is it night spelled with a K or with an N?
With an N. It is not spelled with a K.
So the blue ones are safe.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
And it said something about the red ones needing blood or magical metal, right?
Yeah, a magical metal circle. So like a ring.
Oh, that have to be a circle. 'Cause we have like adamantine, but
But like
I have
within
a
the
ring of
isn't-
warmth.
A ring is a circle.
oh, you do have a ring of warmth.
Yeah, I do have a ring of warmth if we want. I don't know what you're gonna do with it,
Are
but
we gonna F around and find out?
Now we're
Well, it's like
do
let's
we
not use the
always?
blood one
Yeah.
first. Let's do that last, because it still demands a sacrifice.
The ring is
I'll
a
put it in
sacrifice.
chat. Shun green if you can, it says.
So stay away from the green.
But knight's good color is for those of great valor.
Blue.
And what did Ka get on her? You said you rolled perception,
19.
right? 19. And what area were you looking at in particular?
It was a general perception on like the room and anything that's overtly unsafe in the room.
Okay. So as you're kind of looking it over, you notice that the doors don't appear to be locked. You notice that at the southern end of the hallway, there seems to be a stone archway that is filled with cloudy vapors that block detection of what lies beyond.
It's giving me the vapors.
I'm going to assume you're not walking all the way down to it. You're just kind of looking around.
Yeah, no, I was trying to like assess before I go anywhere.
But yeah, you're not really, nothing really leaps out at you as like obvious, other than the doors are not locked.
Okay, and I'm gonna mention that to everybody.
I feel like but knight's good color is for those of great valor. That might have like an alignment like factor into it. I feel like you got to be like a good level alignment to touch those. You know what I'm saying, then? But I'm not the guy to touch those. If that's the case.
I cannot touch those. I know for a fact.
I
Ithran
forgot.
looks
Let
like
me
you're
go
touching
check.
those.
I don't know if
Ithran
we
is
should let
good.
Ithran touch any of them.
Ithran is good.
No, I meant like because Ithran always seems to get messed up by things. I don't mean because you're not good.
I mean, her alignment is good. She's not
Yeah.
evil or neutral.
Wait, there's black. There's a black stone, right? So that's gotta be the night one.
My alignment is chaotic good.
Oh, is it? It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it.
It's just my own rules. That's the key. I'm not lawful. There's a difference.
It's more like you're chaotic neutral, I would say.
Now I'm trying to find my alignment.
I'm neutral evil, so
It's under description.
Yeah,
Is
and
the black
characteristics.
orb, is it
Uh,
like I have to feel like it fell, or like I feel like it's placed there at the feet?
It's
I got some.
there's no
Sorry, go ahead.
indication that it fell. Well, what were you gonna say? It looks like it's just been set at the feet.
I got some bad news, Milena. Ifrin is chaotic neutral.
oh,
She's a druid. Nature doesn't give a fuck, and it's very chaotic.
But neutral's still like better than would be. And I think it's more of like a judgment thing. Like you still have more valor than probably anyone here. Maybe you and Charlung.
Although Lulu said that she's good, apparently.
Well, I'll tell you this much, okay? Ithrin, anybody who wants to can make a religion check at DC 15.
Okay.
I can try. Religion doesn't usually go great for me.
Woo! I rolled a nat one. I have no freaking clue of anything.
I got a 4, so I'm not much better. We're over there in the corner, clueless.
Just like, duh.
What's religion? I don't know.
So, any of you got a 15?
I did.
Got
Yeah.
a 16.
All right, excellent. So the two of you come to the conclusion that this is a tomb that was built by Otossal. Otossal is lawful evil. So
Oh, so a good alignment to him would be an evil alignment.
perhaps, or perhaps it just is likely that he
Travis trying really hard not to kill us in one shot.
I'm trying to think of the best way to
It's
phrase
like
this.
different,
Like he would likely it's not that he would necessarily view terms such as good and evil in the same way that you would, but if he's referring to a virtue, he's referring to that specific virtue rather than the overarching concept of alignment.
Sure.
I'm gonna look up the definition of valor real quick. Great courage. Oh, we totally got that.
Who
shit.
stops in the middle of a dungeon crawl to break out a dictionary?
The wizard, obviously.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
feel like in our first campaign that's something Sarah's character would have done.
That is 100% true.
It says great courage in the face of danger, especially in battle. That's totally us then.
Yeah. According to us.
I mean, we've yet to run from a fight. Sometimes we pick the fights, you know?
Still courageous.
I just want to
So I
touch
think-
something.
Well,
The black one. You especially touch the black ones. You're always looking for a fight too.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll touch a black one.
breaking kayfabe a little bit, but one of our first fights in Shelzar, me as Haiku and you famously failed, like decided not to run away from the guards while everyone else did, and tried to take them all on ourselves.
Yeah.
Yep, and that went swimmingly, if I recall properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got arrested.
So
Fuck the police.
as you're touching that area, at first the wall seems perfectly normal. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, Alan.
All right, investigation check coming up.
Want to help her?
Which one are you touching? The black one?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
15.
And you said you were going to help her,
Yeah.
so you may roll again and take the higher result.
15.
All right, as you're feeling around,
Consistency.
nothing particularly reaches out to you. Nothing feels unusual about the wall. And correct me if I'm wrong, did Nolo still have Detect Magic up?
Yes.
Okay. So you can sense where you're standing. You can sense magic here.
Are you pinging?
Yeah, I just pinged it. That's the only area where you can sense magic
Okay.
at the moment.
But there's an orb there already, right?
Yes, that's where the figure is holding the golden orb high overhead.
There's an empty slot, right? There's 2 empty slots.
There are 3 empty slots actually, on both if you
Are
count
we
both walls.
thinking we have to move the orbs around?
Oh man, if that's the case.
Right. Are we just taking the orbs and seeing what happens? Or are we like trying to reposition
We're
them?
not taking them from the wall. We're just touching them.
They definitely got to
Oh, we're
go
just touching.
somewhere. They're gonna get slotted somewhere, I think.
Let's
These
touch.
keys are most important. Wait, what? So check 2 pits along the wall will found to lead to a fortuitous fall. So check the wall. These keys are, and those are most important of all. Beware of trembling hands and what will maul.
Also, Nolo would know that the school of that spell, which is illusion.
Oh, of the. Okay. Can I walk through the thing then? I'm gonna try.
Right? Yeah, you walk up and press against it, and basically, yes, are able to push through it.
I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna walk through here.
All right. Is anybody else going to follow along?
I will follow.
I'll wait to hear.
Yeah, I will.
And
How things
I'll
are
be on all
going.
fours.
Go ahead and put yourselves.
The real dungeon crawl.
Go ahead and put yourselves where you would like to be as Nolo steps through that illusion and walks into the next room. As you step in, Nolo, you see a small room before you that holds a gargoyle, 8 feet tall with 4 arms. It has not yet moved. One of the arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of the statue. You can see that the open, outstretched hands of the statue look like they're about the size of those gems that you found earlier, the blue quartz gems.
Wait, the gems? Not these orbs, right?
Right, the gems that Alland found.
You want to try to put a gem in there, Alan?
There is also the one that's the arm that's broken off on the floor. Does not have depression in it. It's clenched closed in a fist. So you're placing one of the gems in one of the hands.
Yes.
The hand closes around the gem, crushing it to dust and dumping the dust onto the floor before turning back to its original position.
I'm gonna take that.
That didn't do anything.
Sometimes spell components require like a weird like gem dust. So let's take that and put it in a little bag.
I'm imagining Ola with a little like dust buster. Dumping it out.
All right. Well, that was useless, I think. So let's walk back out of here.
All right. You turn and walk back out.
The empty slots are like right here, right where I'm at.
Yes.
There's several. Fuck.
I think we need to take one of the gems from the wall and put it in their hands.
Which gems?
From
These
the
are
wall.
These
The
aren't
orb.
same.
The orbs are just painted on. These orbs are not sticking out. The only gems that you have with you, besides the ones that you brought in with you, if any, are the 10 that you found. Now 9 that you have found.
My gems.
Oh, I'm gonna. You know what? Just in case, because I feel like that might come into play later. I'll wait. I have mending, but I'll wait.
All right.
Just in case I actually need it to be dust at one point. I don't know. Do I detect anything in this radius for detect magic?
Let me take a look. Yes. There you detect an illusion spell. And there you detect an illusion spell.
Do we have any light sources with us?
I had thought Nolo had mentioned lighting a torch last session, if I recall properly, because Nolo has fuck all dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see anything green in our color vision? Because it says shun green if you can. I'm just kind of going through these step by step and thinking about them.
It's me. You must shun me.
Yeah, you see green on the east wall, just south of the door you came in. And at the southern end of the hall, those of you who have dark vision, well, I guess those of you who have dark vision can only see it in black and white. But at the southern end of the hall, all the way down, is that stone archway.
Yeah. I mean, night's good color to me almost means the darkness. But like maybe we shouldn't be walking through here with a light source.
Are you going to cast magic missile at it?
No. I don't even have magic this one. I would cast Ice Bolt. Or whatever it is.
At the darkness.
Um, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else that could mean. If we're brave, maybe we go through here in the darkness.
Well, and there are the 2 doors there as well.
The loop of magical metal could, I guess, mean a ring.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Could be a key of some sort.
Do you want
We
me to
haven't
put my
found
ring on
anything
and touch
that-
it?
We haven't found anything that describes that fits that description in here yet.
Not yet, no.
I feel like we got to put that black orb on one of these empty slots, but I just don't see a clue on where that could be.
As far as you know, there's no way to remove the orbs. Like they're all. The investigation that you've done so far indicates that they're all painted on.
Oh, so we didn't pick up the black orb. It's just on the floor.
Yeah, it's painted on the wall at the feet of the figure. Yeah, you don't
Maybe
pick the
we're
orb up.
supposed to scratch the green paint off of the wall. I don't know.
Would you like to try that?
I put it out there as an idea. Charlung's afraid of trying shit involving magical traps.
So what happens
Nowadays.
if we just touched like the black orb?
You touch the black orb. Go ahead and give me a. Well, you don't have to give me any check. You can tell that there's an illusion there.
Which one is it? Can you ping it?
The black orb, yeah.
Oh, right there. Oh, that's where it's. Okay. Oh, okay. So, wait, what did it say about the black?
I mean, night's good color. That could be black.
Could be purple too.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the black one.
All right. You all see Nolo step into the wall. Is anybody following?
I'm definitely
I
gonna
mean-
go figure out what the hell that was.
All right, go ahead and place yourselves on the map where you're going. As you start making your way through this hallway, it's a very narrow, rough-hewn passageway. This is short enough that anyone who's not small is going to need to like hunch over or crawl to get through it.
And
I'm
do I
not
have to get
going
on all fours?
Yes, you have to get on all fours
Oh, that's how
again.
you were doing the whole dungeon.
Dungeon crawling.
Literally.
Yeah, as you crawl along, you see that it rounds a corner and actually leads you underneath the previous hallway. So you wind up over here and continue on down the path until you come to an end to the wall. At the wall's end, I need you to make a perception check, please.
Perception check.
And anybody else who's following all the way down there can do so.
Use my inspiration.
17.
All right.
Wow.
No luck on the 17.
Just 2, I guess. I don't know this shit.
Yeah, near as you can tell, it was a crawl space that led you to a wall.
Nat 20.
Hey,
Polar
Excellent.
opposites.
Ithrin walks up, taps the corners of the wall, and the door swings open. The wall swings inward, revealing what is some form of a temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, but people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands, worms eating them, and so forth. Yet there are also depicted various religious symbols of good alignment, symbols of Corian, symbols of Madriel. You also see a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. In front of the pews, a wooden railing divides the room. South of it is an altar in front of a tiered dais on which sits a wooden chair. Are you going to enter deeper into the room?
I'm gonna linger outside. I don't want to risk pissing off a god.
Fair enough.
Oh, you don't?
Is there text or
You
anything?
know, I do learn from my mistakes.
Charlotte
I'll
was
just
like,
make all new ones.
excuse me, hold on, I'm crawling through here.
And those of you who did crawl through can move their tokens down here. Those of you who did not, who remained up in the hallway, what are y'all up to?
I didn't go. I crawled on all fours.
You did crawl on all fours?
Yes.
So bring your token down here.
I'm doing that.
And does that mean that Lulu is staying in the hallway by herself, or is Lulu going to follow along as well?
Lulu's not crawling through the hole. She's gonna wait.
All right, excellent. Are you doing anything else in that room while you're waiting?
I'm debating on touching an orb.
That's fair. Give me a perception check, please, Lulu.
Okay. 20, not natural.
Awesome. So two things. One, you can definitely hear almost like a whistling of a breeze coming from that archway to the south. And also, you notice that there is another false area. And that one is right here.
Is it a tiny hole thing that I have to crawl through?
It is another
or
crawl.
is it-
It is another crawl space. Yes.
Well, that was kind of the objection in the first place.
It's like I will not be made to kneel.
And this is where you're
I don't-
hearing the faint whistling of wind.
I'll walk towards it and absorb closer, but I'm not walking through it yet because I need to assess the situation.
Sure. As you
But I'm
step
not going into the tiny holes.
as you step up toward it, the three stones in the archway begin to glow. The left-hand base stone shines with an olive hue. The one on the right glows a citron color, and the keystone, 7 feet overhead, gives off a russet light.
Oh boy. I'll wait.
Beautiful. Okay. You're waiting by the archway. The rest of you have now gotten down into this room. Are you moving deeper into... I know Ithrin was going to stay by the door. Is anybody else moving deeper into the this chapel?
I'll go right here. Oh, yeah, like right here. And any magic I detect?
Keep an eye out for red.
Let's see. You do sense some magic emanating from the altar on the south end of the room. Appears to be evocation magic of some sort. You can also see that the chair atop it is nicely carved and padded but seems unremarkable. On either side of the dais are large freestanding brass candelabras, each holding 5 white unlit candles. In each corner on the southern wall is a large white pottery urn stoppered with a brass and wooden plug. And sprawled on the floor near the west wall is a human skeleton in black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outreached arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening is filled with opaque, bright orange vapors.
Evocation magic is like blasting magic, right? Like fireballs and stuff like that.
Yes, that is correct.
Bing.
Shoot me.
The archway itself is also giving transmutation aura.
That's like shape-shifting stuff.
Yes.
Bean, I swear to God.
I'm gonna go here. Just want to examine this little body right here. Is there anything on that?
Just the rusted chainmail.
Doesn't happen to have one loop of chain that's magical, does it?
No, it is not giving any sort of magical auras from it.
It's not
As you get closer, you do recognize that the skeleton is absolutely pointed at that archway, but aside from transmutation, you get no idea what is going on with it. Go ahead and give me a perception check, though, if you don't mind there. And you're the only one who's in a position right now to make that check, Nola.
Oh my god. Nope. 3.
Yep. Nothing.
I was gonna say kind of see if it was like burned or whatever, but I'm gonna say nope. Don't know. Well,
Oh, Bean, you weigh so much.
Is there anything that Alan, Ka, or Charlone would like to do in here? Or in Ithrin, you're still staying outside, right? All right.
No, I'm just along for the ride.
somebody please help me. Perception.
All right, I'll
I'm so
help
bad
you.
at perception.
Should I roll?
Yeah, if you're going to go down there and look around.
11.
Excellent.
I can't see.
Not super helpful.
Helpful enough. You notice a small slot with the letter O faintly traced above it on the wall opposite the archway.
I bring it to Noah's attention.
So this way? Am I pinging? No, I'm not pinging. I don't think so. That way?
Yep.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Is adamantine considered a magical metal?
No. No. It's not inherently
just like-
magical. It's really good for magic stuff, but
It's like a O traced on the wall, like indented.
you like lightly carved into it.
In some sort of slot.
Yeah, it looks like it's sufficient size to accept a coin or a disc-shaped gem or perhaps a ring.
Should we put a ring? Put a ring on it.
Like a thing should put a ring on it. I was gonna say I don't have any rings, but I know that Lulu does, but she's over there.
Don't we have
staring at-
rings of the pack?
You guys have that.
Yeah, no one ever got one. If you want to pop off your ring of the pack and stick it in the slot, you're welcome to do so.
I still have haikus, don't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but I shouldn't use haikus because what if something happens to it and then I'll lose like the one thing I have from haiku?
Then
So I'm like struggling.
Well, no, you have the rings of the pack. We also have the ring of mind shielding in there, so that's
you could also use your ring of the pack and put on haikus.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. You shove the ring into the slot, and sure enough, you hear a crunching and grinding sound as the ring is shattered to pieces. There's a moment of nothing as Alan cries out in frustration, and then you hear loudly enough that even Lulu can faintly hear it. What sounds like the turning of gears as the stone slides away to reveal a crawl space.
We are literally gonna crawl through this dungeon.
It looks like the crawl keeps going on, Lulu. I don't know if you want to wait in this room or back where you. Anything happening back there?
There's glowing stones. What the hell are you guys doing?
I've been running Dungeons and Dragons for like 35 years, and I don't know that I've ever had somebody shout in a dungeon before, like not at a villain.
Down the hall.
You know what I mean?
Like down the hall.
Are you
around the corner.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I'm absolutely
Outside of
hoping he
like
gets
the
there, too.
clash of battle or whatnot. But what was it?
I'm saying it with my chest.
Saying what with your chest?
The
There's
bricks are glowing.
stones and
What are
shit.
you guys doing?
Look, I'm much more progress over here than you are over there, so I think you should join us here.
Get over here!
We found the next step of the riddle in this room.
Oh, damn it.
She's like, I will not be subjugated. And she's like,
We
crawling
are
back
now
to me on
at
my
the
knees.
well along our march.
You have enlarge
The story.
reduce. You can make yourself small and not have to crawl.
Oh,
through.
yeah.
I would just assume. I just assume Lulu's coming through like on her belly, like military crawling, maybe with a small like light, like a small fire in her hand. Like, come out to the tomb. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
Yes, exactly. Just like
You have
from
enlarge reduce. Only
So,
use it for enlarge.
Be
I
careful
think
going
for
through
me,
this next-
in Lulu's mind, like the traumatic experiences that she's had in dungeons and things like that just mean that you probably don't want to go into a space that's like up against your face.
I mean,
You know?
it's not. That is not an unreasonable position to take.
Right. But
Look
if
out for a
shit's happening-
fortuitous fall coming up. It sounds to me
Yeah,
like we
it's-
actually want to fall, but you know it's going to be a fall. So
I mean, I know that like
I'll go
I'm a
down
tortoise, so
there.
I'm like short, but I'm also very wide. So if I'm good, I feel like you're good. You know, I was probably scraping against the wall the whole time.
You cleared it out. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'll get to Ithran and I'll be like, why are you not going in?
You know why? I don't do well in temples.
I don't.
I gotta do a quick doggo break. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Come on.
All right, Lulu came to the temple.
All right. Did we persuade Ithrin to go in to get to the next entryway, or is Ithrin still staying outside the temple?
I mean, it's just Lulu who gave her shit for not going in.
So far, yes.
But
That
no,
is true.
if her friends are like, please, we need your help, she will go.
All right.
Said it opened up, right? Some kind of entryway.
Yeah, a crawl space opened up. You have to get down and crawl on all fours to get through the hole that opened up. But once you're on the other side, it's 10 feet wide and you can stand.
Okay.
It immediately leads to a corridor, which has a flight of stairs, goes downward.
All right. We're making progress, guys.
Little by little.
As you walk along, you come to the first closed door. It is plainly a door. It is plainly closed.
Is
Should
there
we
a door
throw a
knob?
perception check before we go touching that door?
Sure. You are
Classic
all
D&D, touch doors.
you're all welcome to do so.
Somebody else should probably try too, because I don't really notice
Saw
anything.
that roll.
These will be difficulty 15, we'll say.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Perception.
Yep.
Woo! 19, baby.
There you go.
25.
You
Excellent.
have to show me up. It's the one time
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
So Alan notices that the hinges on these doors are built to swing both ways. You can pull it open or you can push it in. I know I should have chose a different phrasing with this group.
Just like
Oh.
me.
Alan would notice that about the doors. Yep.
However,
Hey, these are gonna be funny, dog.
Lulu, you're pretty sure based on some scratch marks that you see on the floor that it is ideal to pull this door open.
I will tell Nolo that since he's up there in front, I'll say you probably want to pull that one instead of push it.
Yeah. Oh, this door's looking at me funny. Door's giving me the eyes.
Hi, Bean.
Pull it.
Gonna come here. How are you?
All right, you pull it open.
I'm gonna cast chameleon skin on myself.
Okay, excellent. You do so, and that lasts for how long?
An hour.
Beautiful.
Cool.
All right. You pull the door open. What you see, space before you, looks like it's about 20 feet long. That leads to another door.
Another door? Okay. Let me make another perception check. I'm gonna fail again.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, you're stepping in, and then
Yeah.
making a perception check.
Yeah.
You can make the
But,
perception check after you make a dexterity save, because when you step in, like you pull the door open and you step inside, and the floor comes out from under you.
I'm
So
going to dexterity saving throw.
yep.
Not even gonna do that, man. I'm just gonna where is it? I'm just gonna automatically succeed that with convergent future.
Okay. You dive across the crumbling pit and land on the other side.
I'm gonna cast fly on myself.
Okay.
You fail in
Watch your
the.
step.
The rest of you should be able to jump over the pit fairly easily now that you see it open. What are you doing with the? So you're making a perception check at the next door.
Yeah, but I already failed that. I got it.
All right. Yeah, you see nothing different.
No, Bean.
I'll just jump over there and try to. Can we both fit over there?
Yeah. You fit
I'll jump over
side
there.
by side.
And try to help.
All right. If you want to make a perception check, you're welcome to do so.
19.
Excellent. You don't notice anything untoward. You're pretty sure that you're going to be looking at the same scenario over here that you did at the last place.
So it's a pull door.
Yes. That
Door
is-
number 2.
All right. The door opens. Are you stepping through it?
I'm floating through.
Yeah, you
Floating through
you
it.
float over it. That's no problem. What about Lulu?
I guess I'm stepping through it
All right.
because I don't float.
Make a deck save.
Make
You
it
should
that
have
take a
crawled.
Meanwhile,
That's a natural 20.
Excellent.
meanwhile,
Yes.
oh sorry.
Meanwhile, what?
Meanwhile, I was gonna ask someone to hold a rope while I climb down the other pit and look around for something.
I'll hold the rope.
All right. You're gonna climb down in the other pit.
Well, so the the bit of riddle that we had did say fortuitous fall. So I would assume that means that there's something to be discovered by falling that will help us.
Do you want to go down the? You want us all go down there? I can feather fall us all. Well, me and Kyle can fly now, but I can feather fall all of you guys. We can go down if you want.
I'll wait up
It also
here.
says so check the wall. So that's what I'm gonna do, like going down the first pit.
All right, I'll rope you down.
All right. So as you start,
Nolo, are we still doing doors?
Sure.
as you start climbing down, Charlong, you can see that the pit itself is covered in the bottom is covered in spikes that appear to be covered in sort of a greenish ichor. They don't look like they'd be too healthy to touch. The other thing that you notice is that the floor doesn't like fall out completely. The floor sort of like dips down and then pops back up like it's on a hinge. So you're pretty sure you could fry something in there and prevent it from opening or closing.
So I could rig the trap to not break again. Is
Basically,
what you're saying?
yeah.
Okay. I want to examine the walls in the pitfall room.
They're slick and stone and flat.
Check the walls. Like I look around at the room in here too.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Meanwhile, you're opening the third door now?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I have to step away for a second. Did we determine if it's another bull door or not? Or
It is another door that opens the same way.
all right, we'll pull that one then.
You got a 12 on that investigation.
Yeah, basically all you can tell is there's sharp spikes at the bottom and that they need to be pried.
Can I
blocked.
do an investigation check up top?
Yeah, absolutely.
$17.
You don't notice anything new in the hallways. You can tell that the way that these doors are set up, the intention is people will push them to walk through and step right onto the pit trap. It seems to be the full extent of what's going on here. No other hidden traps or hidden ways past them.
And there's nothing on the walls here?
No, nothing of note. These walls are plain and are not painted.
I feel like the wall thing was for the room with the spheres because there was stuff all over the walls, but we didn't really look at those very well.
I think it might mean the scratches that Lulu pointed out when she told us to pull the doors.
That and maybe the little O that we put the ring on. That might have been clue.
So we found the pits, then look out for hands and something that'll maul.
So just so that I'm clear, your investigation was in the first pit. Are you repeating that investigation at the second pit?
Yeah, I'm checking the walls.
All right.
The second pit too.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll, please. I assume, Alan, you're going to lower Charlung down so that they can do what they need to do.
Wow.
You sure
Unless
don't
I have
find
advantage on that for some reason.
You don't,
I'm
and
not
you sure
gonna-
don't find anything down there. So, would you like to check the ceilings and walls in the second area, Ka?
Sure thing.
All right, give me that investigation check, please.
Oh, that was a nat 1, so we're gonna say nope.
Yeah,
Apparently we missed the wall clue.
yeah. As you're like, no, this is totally safe, and you fly through and go into the last section. seeing nothing of note in any of these places. So throw yourself over there, Ka. And if Alan and Charlene can bring their tokens down to where we are, and Lulu, you're down there too as well, right? So go ahead and bring yourself down over here.
Yeah, I think we just went through the third door, but everybody else is flying and floating, but I'm not. So I don't know if that means they have to do something.
Are you going to attempt to investigate the pit of the third door, or are you going to just go past it now that you know that's there?
Wait, there's a third pit?
There's the third door, which also has a pit.
Sorry, I'm trying. My map is acting.
No, I'm not investigating pit.
I would just float down there.
You're going to float down the pit?
Yeah.
Is your map working okay, Ithran?
My map, yeah, it's working fine.
If you could just throw your token wherever you're standing. You're gonna tell who what?
I'm gonna tell Nolo everything I saw in the last two pit trap rooms, so he can look for anything that stands out, and maybe it'll give him an advantage.
Sure, why not? I feel generous. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage.
Investigation?
Yeah, or perception, whichever is better for you.
Oh, investigation is way better. Okay.
Thieves.
15 and 21.
Excellent. While you're down in that third pit, you see that the south wall of the pit is actually a wooden door that is painted to look like stone.
I'll shout out another shout from the dungeon. There's it's a wooden door painted to look like stone.
Yes.
There's a wooden door painted to look like stone over here, but that's all that's in here, right? There's nothing else in this room.
That is correct.
But that's it.
Well, if it's in the pit,
Can
maybe we should go through that.
you push the door, see if something happens, or push the wood?
I mean, I don't want to do that by myself in case something's there to kill me first. I'd rather have, some backup.
Charlene, hold this
with
rope.
you?
I'm gonna go down to help Nola. And then I go down in the pit.
I'm gonna fly down.
All right. To get more than like 3 of you in that pit, you're gonna have to open the door, basically.
Well, once I have some more back, I can just open it as soon as one person goes down here.
Sure.
Yeah, and I can kind of hover over top too if I have to.
As soon as you step through, that brings you right here. And you step out through the doorway, through a small hall of stone and onto a stairway. Immediately to your left, as you step onto that stairway, Nolo, you sense a strong aura of abjuration.
Which one's abjuration?
Protection magic.
The blowy uppy thing.
No, that's
on the.
Yeah, abjuration is protection. Evocation is blowy uppy stuff.
You said on the left. That's where I feel that at.
Yep.
Okay. There's some protection magic going on this way.
And it's just on the wall as near as you can tell.
On the wall.
Yeah.
Hi, Ding Ding. What do you want?
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Yeah.
And
Since, investigation.
Sure. And since Ka is there to help, you can have advantage. Unless Ka wants to do something else.
Nope, I'm cool with that.
15.
Yep.
Hey, God.
You can't find any sign of a secret door, but you're pretty sure that it could be that the abjuration magic is holding this wall shut. Like a lock spell, for example.
But I don't know where the possible door could be at, right?
I mean, you can feel the boundary of where the spell is.
Right.
You just can't find any mechanism to activate it.
I would not have knock prepared.
We might not be out of the whole pits part yet, but just in case we are, trembling hands and things that'll maul sound kind of scary. Keep an eye open.
Anyone have
Should-
knock?
No.
Alternatively, you could try dispel magic.
I have an axe.
I mean, there is still also a
I have
another way out,
thieves'
right?
tools too.
Yeah, there's another
No.
way. Besides the magic wall, there's a hallway that leads south of where you're at. And you can see at the junction where that hallway turns to the west, you can see that there's like little wisps of cloudy vapor kind of emanating from that hallway.
Sounds terrible.
I mean, you know.
I do have dispel magic, so I'll cast that.
All right. You cast Dispel Magic and the door pops open. Just a slight little bit. You'll need to push it further.
All right, so we got 3 options. Where are we going?
Yep, you can go
I mean,
here. You can go
I think
here.
if the hidden door is open, I think we should probably do that first, because if they see a hidden door open and they didn't
And it was,
open
like,
it,
It was protected with magic, so.
right? So yeah, we
Probably
should probably
important.
go in there right away.
All right.
When we
Go
get through the hidden door, I kind of want to check the door and see if it had anything on it from this side. You know what I mean? If it was like a hidden door on the other side, was it a hidden door on this side too? Was there any inscription?
Oh, sure, sure. Yeah, when you get on the other side of it, it's exactly the same. All right. So you start heading down this hallway. You come down to
Oh, that's where the door was? Oh.
uh,
Thought Nola was in front.
I believe so, yes. Yeah, once you come down, you see an obvious wooden door. The wooden door is not locked,
Goes to one of the other pit rooms.
and you can kind of smell like a thick, acrid odor. Honestly, the smell in here reminds you of the smell down in the laboratories of Lucian Dane's sanctum. Those of you who were there.
Reminds them
Is that
of
where they found me?
That is where they found you, yeah.
I'm not going. Bye. I will wait.
Smells like necromancy in here.
Where's the valve there?
I'll say from behind the 2 flying people that are leading the walk down the hallway. As I poke ahead of me with the haft of my great axe. Trying to trigger any other possible fall traps.
No, but when you
Why?
poke the door with the heft of your great axe, the door like slowly creaks open.
Want to walk through the door?
Excellent. As you look around, you can see the walls are lined with shelves, and the shelves are filled with old jars. They're all covered with dust. You see a large desk and stool, 2 workbenches, and 2 what look like corpse preparation tables. There are clay pots and urns on the tables and the floor, which looks like they once contained various fluids and ointments and oils. And you do see linen wrappings in rolls and strewn about. Dried herbs of unidentifiable nature, bones, skulls, and other various sort of body bits litter the workbenches. In the south area of the room, there are 3 vats, about 7 foot diameter and 4 foot in depth.
So I'm not a necromancy wizard, but since we've got Lulu again, she's gotten beat up a little bit and she's like undead. Is there anything here that I could like concoct these things together to kind of like heal any like external like damage to like her? So like, I know she's like physically fine, but like close up any like wounds or anything like that so she's not like so clearly undead.
Like, wait, so you're checking to see if any of the materials in here would do that?
Yeah, like so I can like kind of patch her up a little bit,
I mean, you've got these 3 vats of chemicals. You could go investigate those if you wanted to.
I'll go in the middle of the room, yeah, and then I'll just want to get any magic sense here.
Nothing bad ever happens from investigating chemicals.
But also, you never gain anything by, going through a dungeon like scared to do anything.
You
You're
don't.
right.
I'm keeping an eye out specifically for shaking hands
You do not.
or mauling implements.
That's fair. You do not find any sense of magic in this room. But I would let anybody who's in there go ahead and make a perception check, or if you're actually looking around, you can make investigation checks. It's up to you.
If Nolo says there's nothing magic in here, then I'll poke a head around.
Me
Yeah,
too.
that's
Investigator.
in the room. I got a 24 investigation.
I got a 10 on investigation.
Me too.
I got a 22 perception.
All right.
That's a nat 20, 21.
Excellent. So
Nice.
going in descending order. Charlene, you look down in the vat on the west, and you see a grayish sort of substance that is kind of roiling a bit on its own volition. You're pretty sure that that is some sort of ooze or another. However, you can make, when it bubbles in a certain way, you can make out something beneath it glinting in the torchlight. Ka, in the middle vat, you can clearly see there's like a murky fluid in it, but at the bottom there's a piece of metal that looks like it might be part of a key made of gold. Nobody else notices anything of particular value. And both of
What
you...
did you say about what the other contents of it is? It's half full of what?
Like a murky fluid that's got like a slightly greenish tint to it.
I got a 24 on that investigation check.
Okay, so yeah, you notice the middle vat as well, and you notice that the vat to the east is just filled with like cruddy water.
Can I cast detect poison and disease?
You can cast detect poison and disease.
Didn't know that was a spell.
Me either.
Me either, but I must have known it at one point because I got it on my character.
So I'm pretty sure that's an ooze. I'm pointing at that one. But I
Yep.
also think part of the key might be underneath it.
The
Any chance you could walk that key out of here?
I can mage hand it.
the vat that you're looking at with your detect poison and disease is not poisonous, nor is it diseased.
Doesn't mean it won't burn your flesh off, though. So I'm gonna cast mage hand.
Okay.
Back.
So you cast Mage Hand on the middle vat.
Yeah, to get the key, like the key in the bottom.
All right. You're able to pull the key out, no problem. What are you doing with the key once you pulled it up?
Like just
Dry it
like
off.
little turtle like nails just see if it like burns off my little claws, you know?
It makes your skin itch when you touch it, but by the time that you get it out of there, most of the acid on it has dripped off. So
Okay.
you're pretty sure though
yeah.
when you touch it, you're like, oh, that's vat of acid. That probably wouldn't be a great thing to.
So, think that ooze is sleeping. If they sleep,
Oh, like
or it's
primordial,
like,
whatever it's called, ooze.
yeah. If we do anything to disturb that key, there's a good chance it's gonna try to consume everything in this room.
Fun.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well,
There's no door for the key.
No door. What?
There's no door for the key right now that we see in this room.
No, not at the moment. And you only have half of the key at the moment.
Oh, it's only half the key?
Yeah, the other half
Yeah,
is under the ooze.
Charlung mentioned the other half is under the ooze. And I don't know about you, but I think the mage hand might tickle it.
Definitely.
You used to like animate coins and shit. Do you think you could make that thing slide its way out of there
I have
without
to touch it, I
disturbing
think. Let me see. I think I have to touch it though. Oh no, just 10 non-magical objects within range. So it's in 120 feet. So I can't technically, make the key like, animate itself
It
and walk out.
still might wake the ooze up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't it wake it up, popping back out of it?
We could like,
Uh,
some advanced
Yeah.
positions.
Are oozes weak to cold? Is that something that I know?
Um, some are.
I mean, if you do wake it up, Charlung like starts pointing some fingers at it.
We're gonna take a step back too after cast that spell.
All right, so you're gonna like stick your head over it, cast the animate spell, and then step back.
I'm gonna cast it on that half of the key and then 4 gold coins just in case.
All right. I want you to go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
God dang it. Let's see. 8.
You were rolling so well tonight, y'all.
Perception's terrible.
Shockingly, you still
Everybody has one.
do manage to notice that the ooze bubbles in response to your efforts, and I would like everybody to go ahead and give me some initiative rolls. 1 second here.
25.
20.
9
All right.
with advantage.
Damn.
I know. I really don't want to go in there.
What was your other roll?
A 3.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah, I feel like the sheet knows you don't want to go in there, and it's like
I know, right?
clean it out.
Like for real, I feel like I should be rolling dice for PTSD episodes happening to Lulu. Like that's how much this would probably be stressing her out.
Oh, that's so sad.
I feel like I'm missing a token or two here. Do I have everybody? Where is Ithrin?
Where is Ithrin?
Are you under someone, Ithrin? Oh, yep. Okay.
Was I on top of Ithrin?
Yep, you sure
You
were.
were.
That was on purpose. I'm protecting Ithrin.
So, Charlung, you got a 10, right?
Yep.
Lulu got a 9?
Yeah.
Nola?
25.
Holland?
20.
Ithrin?
I am muted. I'm sorry. 18.
And Ka.
21.
All right, I have a strong feeling that you're all going to end up going before this is, but let's find out.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, it got a 5. So it is definitely boiling in your direction. Looks like it's going to leap out at you. So Nolo, what would you like to do since you have the first action?
So you said it's boiling, right?
Yeah, it's like bubbling,
Okay.
like it's gonna leap out.
All right. Just a future strategy thing, Mike. Nolo needs to invent a spell that does every type of elemental damage at 1d6 or something like that, right? And then it can be the test shot that anyway.
Well, I was thinking like I made solar flare like fire damage, but since it's like a literal star, would that technically be radiant damage?
Well, you made it fire damage, so no, it's fire damage.
This is just like radiant, just strictly like holy damage, right?
Holy and like light based.
Hmm. Okay. All right. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna cast pulse wave. So give me a con of 18.
All right. And what does pulse wave do? Pray tell.
It's gonna be 66 force damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. And then if you fail that save, you get either pushed or pulled, whichever one I want, 15 feet away or towards me.
All right. Definitely failed its save, so go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. It's gonna be 19 force damage and gets pushed 15 feet away.
All right. You shatter the vat that it was in
And then
and push it back 15 feet.
my little objects are animated, so like on a bonus action, I could make them attack also. So I got 5 of those. Let's see.
Wait, am I under Ithrin now? I was standing over the
So
vat.
the first one's a nat 20. One's a 13, one's a 3, one's a 18, and one's a 7.
All but the last one hit.
All but one's a 3, so 2 didn't hit.
Yeah, 2 of them didn't hit. I thought you said 13. I'm sorry. So yeah, the creature's armor class is an 8. So anything
Okay.
above an 8 hit.
Okay.
Those
So-
coins you will not be getting back.
Okay. Oh, it's a +8 to hit, so they do hit then.
Okay.
1d4 plus 4 damage. Okay.
So just do 4d4 plus 16. But
But
each
then
of
one of
them,
them is a crit. One of them is double the dice, right?
yes.
So that,
And each of the coins is destroyed.
okay. So that's gonna be 8 damage on the first one.
All right.
You did fire damage to it just now?
No, it's
No,
bludgeoning.
it's physical.
Force
Mostly
and then
myself.
force and then bludgeoning.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other 4 coins do a total of 11 damage.
All right. The ooze is still undulating. It's still being oozy. And that will bring us to Ka. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna chuck a couple crossbow bolts at it.
Dunk, dunk. All right. Give it a shot.
That one should hit. It's a 13
13 will
and a
hit.
25.
Both absolutely hit. That 25 is not a crit, is it?
No. 8 and then 8.
Excellent. You pop 2 crossbow bolts into it. It bubbles and hisses and falls inert to the ground, melting your crossbow bolts as it discorporates. And that will end our combat.
Damn, we're strong.
Now we got a key.
Yep.
Check yourself before we wreck ourselves.
Now you have 2 halves of the key, which when you hold them together, they magically fuse
Nice.
and become a single key.
Shyalong's like, damn, I was really gonna blast that thing.
So anyway, I started blasting.
There's like frost like dripping off of Shyalong's fingertips.
Charlunk has combat blue balls.
For frostbite.
And where would you like to go from there? You gonna go back out the way you came, or head over to the stair or the hallway, I guess, that leads off to
I
the
feel
west?
like that we're making good progress, like by advancing this way. So
All right, excellent. As you come down the stairs. You arrive at a descending staircase that ends at a corridor headed east. You see a 10-foot deep empty pit completely filling the passageway and extending it so far as to make jumping across it impossible for most creatures.
Cock and Nola can just fly over it, right?
Well, Nolo would have to
Shall
recast
one-
because Nolo casts another concentration spell.
I will
mentioned-
throw Lulu across.
Someone has to
Or-
walk through Lulu through that room, or she's not going. But if she's walking by herself, she's not walking through that room.
I will
Or you
hold
can
your
climb
hand.
on my back, and I could just fly each of you over one by one. You know.
It would be really fun to throw Lulu.
What's Kaz's
You can
strength?
throw me. Go for it. Throw me. Let's do it.
My strength is a 15.
So you should be able to carry any party member across as well.
Okay, so yeah.
You are going to try to throw Lulu. That's your plan.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics
Fantastic. What
check.
could go wrong?
It's going to be a DC 20 athletics check because you need to throw her 20 feet.
Okay.
Can I help by jumping a little bit?
Ooh, nat 20, baby. I'm not even kidding. Nat 20.
Wait,
I got a 31.
wait, I have a question. Can we tie ropes to each other so after she throws me, I can pull her?
Probably not 20 feet. No, you're probably not going to yank her 20 feet on a rope before she hits the ground. But you throw Lulu to the other side. So
Yes! I'm so happy. That was a nat 20 well spent.
It was. Whee!
all right, you land.
Failed that crit failed.
Who
I would have
is
been in the pit.
who is Ka going to carry over first?
I don't care who wants to go first.
I'll take it.
I'll go.
All right, so you're casting fly again.
Shyalong is mumbling the riddle to themselves again. Like, okay, these keys and those. Maybe we got to think about the old things again. Check the walls.
So I will assume that Ka is going to carry Charlong then, since Nola's going to grab Ithrin.
Yep.
And that leaves Alland over there on the other side by herself. Who would like to go back for Alland?
I'll go back for Island.
Excellent.
Thank you,
You all wind up on the other side of the pit.
I still don't think we've come into What Will Mall.
What if it was the ooze? The ooze could maul people.
as you make your way down
I
that,
thought that was the trembling hands.
Oh. Darn it.
I don't know.
I believe you over me.
Maybe that was the acid. I hate these things.
As you make your way down that hallway, you find that there's no real distinct features. You can each make a perception or investigation check if you'd like to try to check the walls.
Yeah, I was gonna say I start going back through all the other things, and the most recent one was the walls. So walls, then
14.
probably, magical
21.
metal loops.
Woo!
All right. As you're all feeling the walls, Alan pushes on a chunk of stone and there's a click. The door swings open and you see a room to the north that appears to be filled with funerary offerings and furniture. There are 4 rotting sofas, a couple of throne-like chairs, and a jumble of stands, small tables, vases, and urns that are dented, chipped, and broken. Only the rather plain tapestries hanging on the east and west walls appear to have been spared a rough looting. Amid the general havoc are scattered several trunks and a large number of coffers.
What are we still looking for? Do we know what we're still looking for?
Hands, mauling, maybe a false wall. I don't know.
All right, so Lulu, you're stepping up into that room, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. Roll a D10 for me, please, Lulu.
Just a D10.
Here comes the mall.
Here comes a 9.
Excellent. Who all has made their way into the room? I need
Who made good choices?
Nolo.
I'm like stepping through the door.
I'll have Nolo, Charlung, and Lulu give me a dexterity saving throw, please. Is Nolo floating while you're going through these rooms?
Yeah.
All right, then Nolo, you don't have to make a save.
Do I get advantage for danger sense?
You do.
Well,
16.
And how about for
5?
All right. So you're fine, Lulu, but like Charlung, as you set one foot in the room, the entire floor in various seemingly unconnected rhythm starts bucking up and down. Nolo or Charlung, you're thrown prone and take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
And the floor's just doing the wave.
And the floor does the wave for a second and then stops.
Oh.
But only as soon as we
I don't think that counts as a mauling. I say like busting up my dusted knee.
That could help with shaking hands.
As you stand up and brush off your dusted knee, Charlung, roll a d10 for me, please.
Maybe we don't want to be in this room.
What's false?
All right, excellent. You are again thrown around. I need dex saves from everybody who's standing on the floor, please. Those of you who are outside the room can clearly see this is happening.
And making better choices for not going in with us. 21.
You're fine.
I got a 10.
I'm gonna start looking around for something that'll make this stop, or
This time you do not fall, Charlene. You're good. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Lulu, but do so at disadvantage. Is Ka flying into the room as well?
Sure.
All right, you and Nolo can make perception checks or investigation checks without disadvantage because you're not being thrown around by the floor.
16.
24.
Ooh.
I'm the one upper now.
Yeah.
Bring it.
All right. So you notice that the only thing in here that really looks like it hasn't been tampered with or doesn't have any damage to it are the tapestries. You can hear something rattling around in the small coffers, but it sounds to you, Kyle, like the actual trunks are empty.
Okay, I'll relay that. I don't really.
The trunks are something's rattling around, but they sound empty.
Something's rattling around inside the small coffers, but the larger trunks are empty.
Oh, okay. They're two separate things. I'm like, what am I not understanding?
There are smaller coffers and then larger
Okay.
trunks.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm there with you.
Thank you, because I thought I was losing it. And they're all closed, right? But not sealed?
Correct.
Okay. Can I touch one of the ones that's making a noise? Like not open it or anything, just touch it.
Yeah, you swoop over and touch it. While you're doing that, Lulu, roll a d10 for me, please.
All right. Corey,
I'm
hold
trying
on.
to look at the tapestries
A 1.
before I get shook again.
All right. Are you investigating the tapestries, or are you looking with your eyeballs?
Investigating.
All right, excellent. Make an investigation roll and then a dexterity save.
Cool.
Me too.
Yep. Oh no. Well, just a dex save for you, because you weren't looking at the tapestries. But yeah, just a. So
I got a 20 on investigation.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I got
However,
an 8.
I'm gonna get thrown because I got a 6 on my dex.
You grab a hold of the tapestry. Are you on the west wall or the east wall, Charlie?
Let's just roll high low. West is low. It appears we are west.
Well, that's the good news, I guess, for you. As you're thrown, you fall prone on the ground and take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. You also pull the tapestry down.
Like at trying to catch myself.
Right, like you yank it down on yourself, and it splashes the room as it turns into green mold, or green slime, I should say.
Does Ithrin see this?
Yeah, because you're outside. Like those of you who
You're like,
haven't
I'm not
entered the
going
room
in
yet,
that shit
see
show.
this
I
splash happen.
I cast reverse gravity.
Excellent. Okay. On
Before the bludgeoning damage or after?
That's up to
This is
Travis.
wave number 4.
well, what
But I
would
think when I see that you start getting hit, I'm like, will this help?
yeah? I mean, the green slime is spreading out, and it's about to fall on everyone that's in the room. So, if you want to cast reverse gravity, just let me look up that spell real quick because I want to see what exactly it does.
It is a 50-foot radius, 100-foot tall cylinder centered on a point within range, which is 100 feet. It's a concentration spell.
You have no way of deciding what that does and does not work on, though, right?
All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward and reach the top of the area when you cast the spell. A creature can make a dexterity saving throw to grab onto a fixed object it can reach, thus avoiding the fall.
So there's legit nothing fixed in here.
So all of us, even the people who are
So
flying, are
here's
about
what
to hit the
happens. Yeah,
ceiling?
absolutely. Charlung falls. Whoa! Pulls down the tapestry, which magically morphs into green slime that is about to spray out on all of you. Ithrin says, "Wait!" and wiggles her little mousy fingers, and the green slime slams up into the ceiling, followed by the rest of you, all slamming up.
Except for the people who were flying.
No, the people who are flying are also pulled because gravity is pulling
Yeah.
them. They can make
Yep.
dex saves. The ones who are flying can make dex saves, but otherwise, no, they all slam into the ceiling.
That's hilarious.
Were you going to
That's
try
so
to do
funny.
something, Nola?
No.
Do I just take a point of damage in the other direction then?
Yes, you take a point of damage from slamming into the ceiling, basically.
Plus flying damage,
What's
probably.
the-
I stick my head into the room like, what the hell is going on?
What's the threshold for the
What
dex
kind of
save?
room is this?
DC 10.
Oh, I got it.
Or no, I'm
Is
sorry.
that-
Actually, it'd be against Ithrin's spellcasting save. So what's your spellcasting save?
My spellcasting save, 18.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I've still got it.
All right, so you're good. Nolo, how about you?
3.
All right, so
Okay.
everybody in the room but Ka takes 7 points of acid damage. All of the coffers and the chests that were in there also all slam into the ceiling and melt. The trunks, again, empty. Let me count how many of those we have in here. Looks like it's 3, right? So let's do... All right. That's funny.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who has caused damage to my mage.
So as the smallest of the coffers hits the ceiling and shatters, you see like 50 or so platinum pieces stick up to the ceiling. The other two each release a swarm of poisonous snakes.
Stuck up on the ceiling with us.
Yes.
I'm getting my axe out. I'm about to start hacking those with snakes.
You said axe, right?
I did.
So let's...
No. He was like, nah, you did it. Now I mean business.
Yeah.
Throws her ass.
Give me 1 second here. I just need to drag a couple of swarms of poisonous snakes over here.
We are ridiculous. I love you guys.
All right. So, make sure I have everybody. Make sure I add a turn for everybody. And go ahead and select your little token and roll initiative. Or, if you're rolling by die, that's fine. Just tell me what you got. And we'll roll for our swarm buddies.
Ten. Oh, I can put it in there for you. There we go. Help you out.
All right, so Lulu got 10. What did Ithrin get?
22.
All right. Ka?
I got distracted and forgot to hit the button. I got. What's in initiative, right?
Yep.
Okay, 19.
Excellent. Charlone's on a 4. Nola?
18.
Excellent. So we've got our initiative. Again, I would like to point out that We have Ithrin, Aland are standing in the doorway. Everyone else is in the room, has been pulled up to the ceiling where they are covered by green slime. And there are now 2 swarms of poisonous snakes also crawling around that green slime. That's where we'll wrap things up for this session. So we will start.
I was gonna say, how funny would it be if I just closed the door?
You never saw it again.
Goodness gracious. So, just so you know, at the start of your turns, you will all take another round of damage from that green slime, those of you who are exposed to it, and continue to do so every turn until you clean it off. Yeah, we will dive into that big fun next session. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about tonight's game?
No, I just think it's so funny. I'm sorry that Ithrin did this from the door and just like just watched everyone go to the ceiling. Snakes are out there, slime, and then we just closed the door. I'm sorry.
It was Ithrin's turn to blow up a magical trap on Sherlock. Okay.
There.
I'll save the day.
I think if you close the door, the spell ends and everybody falls back down to the floor.
Which
Would that be helpful?
also funny. Just-
True. It's facts.
Oh.
Too good. We have too much fun.
Sherlock is definitely learning fly
The-
for the next spell they get.
Let's go in 1 minute.
Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan. All right. So that is where we'll wrap things up for tonight. Thank you all so much, whether you're watching live or in Memorex, for joining us on our soiree into the Tomb of Otossal. Before we take off, I just want to once again let you know my name is Travis, pronouns he, they. When I'm not running games, I'm writing them. I want to make sure that you're aware that we have got the page up right now for the Curious Cats of Mao backer kit. You can go sign up and be notified as soon as that crowdfunding campaign goes live, so you can be one of the first people to back it. Get in on the ground floor, as they say. Also, would like to remind you that we had a whole slew of stuff drop for Trinity Continuum Anima today. Wallpapers, VTT assets, all kinds of fun stuff. And those are all collated at that link to the onyxpath.com that I just shared in the chat. While I'm, since I'm done paying the bills, I'll go ahead and do our outros. This time we'll go in reverse order. So, Ithrin, please tell us who you are, what you do, who you're playing, your pronouns, their pronouns, and anything you would like to promote.
Hello, I play Ithrin who's just trying to help. I should probably mark off that spell. That's my 7th level spell slot, guys.
And you used it for that.
On one hand, I feel
used.
so bad that went that way, but on the other hand, I feel so good that it went that way.
No, it's fine. This is the best of all possible worlds.
Oh.
But yeah, I have a Twitch channel called Stolen Fires. Tomorrow we will be doing The Between, which is a really cool romantic game involving Victorian monster hunting. And then on Friday we will be doing Dune. And in the coming weeks we are adding 20th anniversary Wraith game and Tales from the Loop. So
Well,
those should all be debuting sometime in March.
that sounds super fun. So definitely, if you've not yet done so, head over there and give Rachel a follow and check out those games. Sounds like a hoot. I will have to try to. Do you know when the Wraith game is going to be off the top of your head?
Not yet. The GM is still assembling her cast.
Well, when you know, let me know, because I do love me some Wraith. Next up, that brings us to Alland. Alland, your pertinence, please.
Hi again. My name is Milena. I was gonna say my name is Holland. I play Milena in the real world.
I believe that. Like, I have no
No question.
no notes. Yeah, 100% believable.
My pronouns are she, they. I am a movement coach and illustrator in Illinois. I don't have anything to promote right now. My wrist is getting better, so pretty soon I'll be able to do more things again. And yeah, that's me.
Well, congratulations on your impending healing, and I'm glad to hear that it's all working the way it's supposed to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to see more of your arts.
Yep.
So that brings us to Charlene. Charlene, your pertinence, please.
Hey, I'm Corey, aka Nerf, playing Charlone. Both of us, they, them. And I work on a game called Caves of Cud. Check it out.
Rock and roll.
Travis is putting a link in chat.
I am all clickety clacking, all loud and shit.
Cud with a Q.
It is Cud with a Q. It's a QUD, which is different than QED. Totally different thing. That brings
QED.
that brings us over to Nolo. Your pertinence, please.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Mutant. I play Nolo. Both of us, he, him. No socials right now, but I'm working on a comic book that'll either turn me into a success, a hack, or a undiscovered genius. So we'll find out. You know,
You could be all three and then retire from the character you created 30 years later. Oh, snap. Apologies to Rob Liefeld. Not really.
understood that reference. And I think it's funny that he announced that like we were following it, you know?
Listen, I would give at least 3 fingers to be able to draw as well as Rob Liefeld.
Like you didn't make the iconic stories like you think you did. We like Gail Simone.
Everybody could stand to be a little bit more like Gail Simone. I'll give you that. Next, that brings us over to Ka. Your pertinence, please.
I am Sarah Sharnover, she, her. I play Ka, she, her, and I do things all over the internet as Wordsmith Sarah. I do have an event coming up, actually. I almost forgot. I don't have a time yet, but on February 24th, I am doing an event where I will be, my podcast, the Twin Freaks podcast, is going to be watching the first episode of Twin Peaks and like a live thing. So I'm working on nailing down the time so that I can actually make an ad that can tell you where and when. But it's coming. So that's
Sweet. That looks like it'll be super fun. I'm a fan of Twin Peaks myself. I have been indoctrinated in all of the goodness by Sarah, and so I would recommend checking that out.
and it's the first episode, so you don't have to know anything. That's
You don't have to know anything. There's nobody better to give you commentary on Twin Peaks than Sarah, especially because David Lynch would just say no. That would be his response if you asked him about what's this mean? No.
About literally any of his works.
Exactly, which is a good philosophy to have. And last but most certainly not least, that brings us around to Lulu. Your pertinence, please.
Hi, I'm Allie. Play Lulu. We're both she, her, and I have nothing going on to share.
Sweet.
Apparently, I'm doing this though.
You were thumbs up, and I love it. Every once in a while, we'll get a hand raise that somebody has. Like, I don't have that stuff turned on mine, but you can tell when somebody has a corporate job that they use Zoom for because all that shit's turned on. It won't do two.
Not doing it now.
Yeah, the moment is past. Unfortunately.
I'm trying. Yeah, get it, Melina. There we go.
There you go. Well, enjoy the remainder of your vacation, Allie. You definitely deserve it. I'm going to go and enjoy a good night's sleep. I will be returning to the channel next I think when we're back here in 2 weeks. No, not Friday, but the following Friday, I will be back here for episode 1 of They Came from the Cyclops' Cave, Warriors of Legend, which is arguably my favorite role-playing game. So we have a huge, awesome, wonderful, glorious cast of fantasy heroes that we'll be following around as they fight evil villains who talk like this. Yeah. And as I mentioned during that stream, I'll mention during this stream too. We are planning on having a moral at the end of every episode. So if like a lesson, like they used to do on He-Man. So if you have a lesson you'd like to suggest, shout at me at one of my socials. I'm at Travis Legge everywhere on the internet. Just let me know what you'd like us to cover in those PSAs. Very important topics. That if there's something you want to warn the world about, let us know. And on that bright, shiny note, I will holler at you all soon. Thank you so much for being here. Be good to yourselves and each other. Get your shots and hang out. We're going to raid Dork Tales. Bye.
Bye, guys.